Coming up, Zach of all trades finally learns to dive, but first he has to escape from the office. Welcome to Jonathan Bird's Blue World.
And so, I've brought the entire family on a Grand Cayman adventure for a week of exciting diving.
That's perfect. Cut.
I love being on location in the tropics. It's fabulous. But it's also nice to know that I've got someone at home holding down the fort and doing the editing. I better call and check in on Zach.
Blue World Studios.
Hey, Zach, how's the editing going?
Oh, it's a thrill a minute.
Well, I'm really sorry that you're chained to a desk at home, but hey, you know, someone's got to do it.
Yeah, I'm taking care of it.
All right, well, I'll see you when I get back.
Okay.
Later.
Bye. One of these days I'll get certified.
Hey, Zach, you here?
In here.
Meet Zach Peterson, also known around the Blue World headquarters as Zach of all trades. We call him that because he has multiple roles. He films above the water in the field, he shoots our aerials, and he's our lead editor back in the office. But the one thing he doesn't do is scuba dive. Blue World has a lot of underwater camera people, and the last thing we need is another diver on the team. But when we were in Grand Cayman recently, Zach got to try scuba diving with a Discover Scuba class. This is a scuba diving mini class where you can try it out and decide if you like it before you commit to taking the whole course. You do a little bit in the pool and then go for a supervised ocean dive.
Now I know Jonathan says he doesn't need another scuba diver, but what does he know? So when we got home, cameraman Zach busted me out of the office and we headed over to East Coast Divers in Brookline, Massachusetts.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, I'm Dan.
I'm Zach.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Welcome to East Coast. Thank you. Ready to get started? You have the paperwork ready for him? Yeah. Let's take it to the back class.
Alrighty.
Meanwhile, back at the office, I'm thinking, I need a thicker chain.
So welcome to the East Coast Diver Classroom.
Thank you for having me.
So this is our classroom.
Usually, the classroom is full, but I'm lucky enough to get a private class from cameraman Zach, who is also a scuba instructor.
We have 1 atmosphere of pressure.
The classroom sessions are not as exciting as the other parts of the course, but it's important to understand the physiology of diving and its effects on the body in order to stay safe underwater. In the classroom, we learn about the effects of pressure and buoyancy, how the equipment works, as well as the rules and regulations around the sport.
So on the test coming up, we're going to ask questions. Someone's going to say, what is the absolute pressure?
Now it's time to take the written test, and I'm a little nervous. It would be embarrassing to fail. Jonathan would never let me live it down.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Question 1.
Yep.
What do you get?
B.
Correct. Question 2. 18.
D.
19.
48. C.
49.
B.
50.
A.
Awesome.
How many did you get wrong?
3.
You passed!
The next part of the course involves actual water.
So we're on our way over to the pool for his pool session of the day. Are you excited?
Oh, I'm so excited. It's gonna be good.
So today I'm gonna be cameraman, not host.
The pool session starts with a swim test. I have to float for 5 minutes.
Oh man, talk about easy. Back in my day, we had to tread water for 2 hours.
Now, I have to set up my own gear. Zach will check to see if I did it right. Once he is satisfied that my gear is correctly assembled, he puts his together. We help each other get our tanks on, And that's when I learned it's always better to be last so you aren't lifting a tank while you are wearing one. The giant stride entry is the most common way to jump off a boat or a dock, but you need to be sure to step far enough out so that you don't hit your tank. So we practice. With smaller boats, the back roll is more practical, but it's a little weird looking at the pool. Before we submerge, we practice techniques for towing an exhausted dive buddy.
And we're gonna kick. If I need to, I can get away from you very quickly. All right, you ready? Ready? Here we go.
Finally, it's time to breathe underwater. Releasing the air from our buoyancy compensators, we sink slowly into weightlessness. For most divers, this is the first time that they ever get to experience breathing underwater, so we spend a few minutes just having fun and getting the hang of it. For many people taking a dive class, this is the moment they have been waiting for, and it's really exciting. But after a while, it's time to get down to business. Diving in the ocean, it's easy to get your mask kicked off by accident, so it's important to learn how to put it back on without a panic. It's easy. Just replace the mask, tilt your head back, and blow through your nose to fill it back up with air. Scuba divers have their own type of sign language for communicating things like tank pressure and decompression time. I have to demonstrate that I know how to do it. This is the sign for a safety stop. And this is what divers do on a safety stop. A little game of rock seaweed dive knife. It's pretty rare that a diver would ever need to remove gear like this underwater, but practicing how to do it builds confidence in using the equipment under different circumstances. Zach has a whole checklist of skills that I have to practice and demonstrate. One of the most important is the out-of-air scenario, where Zach pretends he is out of air and I have to give him a regulator and find my backup.
Check out the dugong roll, critical move.
After a couple of fun hours in the pool, I'm all finished with my pool portion of the course.
So we're switching jobs now, huh?
Now is the moment of truth. We head up to Folly Cove in beautiful Cape Ann, Massachusetts, where I will complete 3 dives under supervision and test my skills in the ocean. We're diving from shore, which is a little more work than a boat dive, but we can take our time and go at a relaxed pace. Zach has many dives here in Folly Cove, so he gives me a rundown on the layout.
Then we'll hang a left. We'll have you navigate. We'll swim up. We can have you take a compass heading as well. You actually use your compass.
The water is chilly, but the air is hot. Once we put on our warm suits, we need to get in the water quickly or we'll overheat. entry here can be tricky because the big rocks are slippery and it's easy to trip. Cold water actually feels really good. On the bottom, the visibility is not as good as in the pool. We start with a navigation test, using a compass to follow a heading. Next, I have to recover a lost regulator. But it's hidden in plain sight. So, I try again. The mask removal is different in the ocean. First, it's hard to feel what you're doing with thick gloves. But also, the water is cold, and it's a shock when it hits your face. After completing my skills, I can spend some time exploring. And even though the visibility is not that good, there's a lot of great stuff to see. A horseshoe crab cruises along the sea floor. I've always wondered why they have a long pointy tail. Now I realize it's not a weapon, it's a tool. Flounders are flatfish, normally found blending into the sand. But this guy has found a little spot near some algae and turned red to blend in better. Flounders lay on their sides and have both eyes on one side of the head as an adaptation for life in this habitat. I come across a crab with a poofy orange ball on its underside.
That's a female rock crab carrying a big brood of eggs.
She carries them around to keep them safe until they hatch, and the tiny planktonic hatchlings float away in the current.
After a whole day of diving Folly Cove, I'm pretty chilly, but I am finished with my scuba class and I'm officially a certified scuba diver.
Well, are you certified?
You passed, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're now a certified diver.
Woo. All right.
Sorry about your job with Jonathan.
Let's go somewhere warm.
Let's do it.
Learning how to scuba dive is not as difficult as I thought it would be. There are 3 basic parts. You learn the science and the rules in the classroom. Then you learn the skills in the pool. And finally, you put it all together in open water. The whole process can be completed in only a couple of weeks. Now that I'm certified, I can't wait to go on adventures and see with my own eyes what life looks like in the blue world.
Oh, don't get carried away there, Zach. I think you got to get back to the edit suite now.
Hey everyone! Have you subscribed to our extras channel, Blue World Plus? It's full of great behind the scenes and additional fun content. Check it out now.